Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a happy birthday Stephen King. Here are my Blu-rays of his movie adaptations. It's a lot. It's not everything in my collection because I have a lot of DVDs of his films that were never put on Blu-ray, like, you know, all the Children of the Corn sequels and what have you. Yeah, a bunch of other things. So I'm gonna just share what I have and maybe give my thoughts on the films. I'm not gonna do everything because that would take all day. I'm gonna start with the one that started it all, and it is Carrie. Nice slipcover, you know. And then this has reversible artwork from the original poster art here. But yeah, it's the one that started it all, at least for his writing, and I'm very happy that his wife, Tabitha, that's her name, right? Tabitha King, saved his first draft of Carrie because he threw it out. She said, no, keep it. You can change it a little bit. So, Carrie. This is a Brian De Palma film from 1976. So, highly recommend that one. I do have a couple other adaptations of that. So I have the double feature here of Carrie from 2002, and then The Rage Carrie 2 from 1999. This one's out of print. I know it goes for stupid money. This is back when Scream Factory did double features, and they're on separate discs here, so that was always pretty cool. I haven't watched these in a very long time, so I go back and watch these two. And then of course you got the newer one with Chloe Grace Moretz from, what year is this from? 2013. Not a bad film, I just prefer the original. So, not a bad film though. Alright, next up, got a weird one here. You got Cat's Eye here. That's steel book. Another weird one, I said, of course. This is directed by Louis Teague, who directed another film of his that I'll be going to in a short few minutes. This is an anthology. Stephen King wrote the screenplay of this, and I believe he actually wrote it as well. These are all based on little short stories he did over the years. I forget which book it came from, but I don't remember. I've only read a few, not everything of his, but I've read, like, you know, certain things here and there. Like I said, I forgot a few things, but I'll get to them when I get to them. Like these, like I said before, Children of the Corn. I have the first one here to show off. This is the Arrow release, the nice slipcover. I know there's a 4K, and then there's a trilogy, the first 3 films on Blu-ray overseas. I know the 2 and 3 are region B locked, so they really need to get that region free player here soon. But first one's pretty good. And then I have the 2009 remake from, I guess, the Sci-Fi. I remember seeing it on the Sci-Fi channel. It was okay. I prefer the original better, but this one's alright, in my opinion. I know a lot of people hated it. Everyone's favorite killer car movie, Christine. This is the Indicator release. I don't remember. No, there's no reversible artwork on here. I thought there was, but there is not. But really enjoyed that one. One of my absolute favorite films of all time, and that is Creepshow. Can't get enough of this anthology. Now I do have the second one, but I just couldn't find it for this video. It's in a box in my other room, but really enjoyed this one for sure. It's got a nice little hardback case here. It's got a poster in here. It's got a nice little booklet. I thought there was a poster in here. Maybe not. But yeah, really enjoyed Creepshow. And Creepshow 2, of course. I haven't seen it, but stay the hell away from the third Creepshow film because it has nothing to do with the first 2. We have the TV series here as well. We got 1 and 2 here. I haven't watched either one yet. 2 is still sealed, but I'll get around to it. Like I said before, Louis Teague also directed a film called Cujo, killer dog with rabies. This movie is pretty crazy, for sure, but really good too. Highly recommend Cujo. This one I haven't seen in a very long time either, and some people actually forget about it. The Dark Half. This is based on the book by Stephen King, but this was actually written for the screen by George A. Romero. So another King-Romero collaboration film here. I really enjoy when they work together. Of course, we got The Dead Zone here with Christopher Walken. It's also based on the novel by Stephen King, screenplay written by somebody else. But yeah, Christopher Walken's really good in this. Can't go wrong with the Shining sequel, Dr. Sleep. Really enjoyed this one too. If you guys haven't checked this one out yet, I highly recommend it. I saw it in the theater. Did I see it? No, I did not. I'm sorry, I did not see it in the theater. I watched it here. Really enjoyed it though. Wish I could have watched it in the theater. Next one here, we have another film that gets forgotten, and that is Dolores Claiborne. Obviously, Kathy Bates is a great actress. Really enjoy her in this film and another film I'll be getting to later. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in here. I love her too. John C. Reilly's in this, and so is Christopher Plummer. So if you guys didn't know that. Haven't seen this in a long time, so I gotta go back and give that a watch. This one was a little strange. I didn't like it the first time I watched it, but it's a little weird. But we have Dreamcatcher here. This is another, like, I believe this is an anthology. It seemed like one when I watched it. No, it's not. It's these guys have a friendship, and they acquire a strange power on one day in their childhood. Now there's an entity putting their friendship and powers to the test. So it's a very strange, like, sci-fi film, but it's got a good cast. It's got Morgan Freeman, Thomas Jane, Jason Leigh, Damian Lewis, Timothy Oliphant, Tom Sizemore, and Donnie Wahlberg. So great cast. I recommend watching it at least once. You know, it's not the best adaptation in the world, but it is what it is. This is a good one. I have not even bothered with watching the remake, but I have the original Firestarter here. Pretty good. It's directed by Mark L. Lester. He's done quite a few other films that I've enjoyed over the years, especially Class of '84 and Commando. Really good soundtrack on here from Tangerine Dream, but really enjoyed Firestarter. These two are on a burned disc, but I've heard both are pretty good. They're both on Netflix. So we got Gerald's Game in 1922. I have not watched either one, but let me know if you guys have and what you thought of them. This is a really good one that gets forgotten as well, and that is Graveyard Shift with Brad Dourif. Yeah, I've seen this a few times on TV back when I was, like, 12 years old. Finally got it on Blu-ray here. When did this come out? A couple of years back, but really cool. I guess this is like a rats in the basement of a mill. So, if you guys don't like rats, I don't recommend Graveyard Shift. Haven't even taken this out of the wrap either. I have this on a double feature with I think Forrest Gump, but I found this at my local Dollar General on this Diamond Lux edition, kind of like a magnet digibook, but got the Green Mile here. Really like that artwork there. thin case here. But really enjoyed that one. And then, of course, everyone's favorite creepy ass clown, Pennywise, is next. We got the steelbook of It here. You know, beep beep, Richie. Yeah, he's inside, you know, laughing hysterically. Love it. Actually, love this one. I do enjoy the newer adaptations, but I do have them. But you got 1 and 2 here, with both with slips. This was the Target exclusive lenticular cover, and then this is. I didn't get a exclusive for part 2, but this has got the documentary in here as well of chapter 2. Next one here, of course, is a Tobe Hooper film based on a short story. Like I said, it could have been better, but it's got Robert Englund and Ted Levine in it, and that is The Mangler. Like I said, it's not the best movie in the world, but I enjoyed it back in the day. Basically about a series of grisly accidents happen at a local textile mill. I guess the textile press is luring people in and killing them. It's not a bad film. There are like, I think, 2 sequels that are really bad, but here's the reversible artwork there. If you guys have seen The Mangler, let me know. You know, it's not the best. We got Maximum Overdrive here. This is the only film that Stephen King ever directed. It's very cheesy, it's very campy, but I love it. There's a scene in here with Stephen King that you can never forget. It's quite hilarious. Like I said before, Kathy Bates, I believe she won an Oscar for this, didn't she? No. I know the director did. But anyway, we got Misery. Can't go wrong with a little sledgehammer action to the foot. So cringe. But yeah. Misery. Another adaptation of a film with a very down ending, and that is The Mist. I like The Mist quite a bit. I never actually watched the TV show, but I really enjoyed this film. This is the 2-disc version, which has the color version and the black and white version, and it's got a bunch of documentaries in here. There's a conversation with Stephen King and the writer-director Frank Darabont. Deleted scenes, a bunch of other bonus material here. But yeah, I like the disc art as well. Almost done, guys. We got Needful Things. I haven't watched this one in a very long time, but I remember enjoying it, especially Ed Harris's character, Max von Sydow, Amanda Plummer. So there's actually a local thrift shop near here that's called Needful Things. I've been in there a couple times. I mean, it's an okay place, but they don't have they don't have cursed objects or what have you. But it's a cool thrift store. This one I have not watched. This was an HBO series called The Outsider. I still haven't checked it out, but I plan to. It's got Jason Bateman in it, so can't go wrong there. Probably one of my favorite films of adaptations of his, and that is Pet Sematary. I actually have this, and I also have the 4K Blu-ray Steelbook here. And then, of course, if you have the first one, you have to have the sequel with Edward Furlong, Clancy Brown, really good. And then I keep putting it off. I still have not watched it, but I have the remake as well. Heard it wasn't that great, but I gotta watch it for myself. The next one here will probably surprise you, maybe not. Got the Running Man here. Now you're like, the Running Man. That wasn't written by Stephen King. That was written by Richard Bachman. Well, Richard Bachman is Stephen King, so this is another pen name of his. So gotta have the Running Man. I think this is getting a 4K. I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have a 4K of this steelbook of this, but again, it's somewhere in there. So here's the regular Blu-ray steelbook of The Shining with Mr. Jack there himself, and then of course you got him on the back. So you gotta have Shelley inside screaming in the bathroom. I know a lot of people hate on The Shining. They think it's boring. They think, you know, Kubrick changed that he did, which, you know, whatever. I enjoyed it. It is what it is. Silver Bullet. Love this werewolf film here. I like the chemistry between Corey Haim and Gary Busey's characters in this. It's not like the best werewolf film in the world, but I enjoy it. Now, this film won't make you look at Corn on the Cob ever again the same way, and that is Sleepwalkers. If you guys know what I'm talking about, there's a scene where someone gets killed with a corn on the cob. It's silly, but it happens, at least in this movie. So yeah, Sleepwalkers. This one was a little strange. I think there's 2 sequels in this film. I've only seen this one though. I do have the other ones on DVD, but this is Sometimes They Come Back. Really cool movie directed by Tom McLaughlin. Stars Tim Matheson, Brooke Adams, Robert Russler, William Sanderson. It's a very peculiar film, but I enjoy it. 3 more guys. This is the original Stand. I do have the remake as well, but I didn't feel like grabbing it, so I enjoyed this adaptation with Molly Ringwald and Gary Sinise, Ozzie Davis, Rob Lowe, and a bunch of other people. Both of them are TV series events. This was from 1994. It's like 6 hours long, so I'm gonna have to find some time to watch that again. This is probably one of my favorite short story adaptations. Just about everyone else loves it as well, and that is Stand By Me. Love this film. Can't go wrong with the relationship between Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell in this film. You also get Kiefer Sutherland. Plays a real asshole in here, but I heard he's not great. I heard he's not very pleasant to work with either, but that's what I heard. I don't know for sure, but. And then lastly here we have we got Thinner here. Really cool movie about this guy who gets this revenge taken out on him from this 109-year-old gypsy. I think he says something like she's ugly or something. I don't remember exactly what it is. Or no, he wishes he was thinner because he's kind of a heavier dude. So he basically gets a curse put on him, and he's pretty much withering away to nothing, and he's trying to get help. Really good it was directed by Tom Holland, so I thought that was pretty cool. Now I do have like a bunch of other things on in my collection as well, like the Langoliers, the Night Flyer, Golden Years, you know, stuff like that. But again, I didn't really want to do DVDs in this video because it would take forever. So I'm going to stick with the 20-minute video. So, you know, keep watching Stephen King films. And like you know what they say in the Monster Squad, Stephen King rules. Catch you guys later.